I'm Duncan Ferguson and you're watching Toffee TV.
Welcome to Toffee TV. We're looking forward to the Capital One Cup. That's what it's called, isn't it?
The League Cup.
Yeah, the League Cup game against Norwich. It's a chance to get into the high levels of the League Cup quarterfinals. When was the last time we got there? 2009?
I think so, when we got to the
semis, played Chelsea and got beat, and it was awful.
08.
Was that 08? Yeah.
January 08. And then we got the cup final a year later, didn't we?
That's right, yeah.
The yak.
Anyway, yeah, so big chance for us to get through. Couple of bits already we know. Joel Robles will be playing in goal. Hurrah!
I'd have played Howard.
Other obvious news is Jagielka. He's out for 2.5 months, maybe 3. That's a bit of a blow. But Funes Mori's looked okay so far. He probably would have played in this game anyway. So it's a good chance for him to come in and sort of get his feet under the table again.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously losing Jagielka's a blow. I know he's had a couple of poor games the last couple of weeks, but I thought prior to the international break he'd been excellent for us. He's the captain. Whether he's vocal enough or not is obviously discussion that people have, but he leads by example often in terms of getting blocks in. But it's a chance for Mori and Stones to get some game. If Stones plays, I assume he will.
He's got to now, hasn't he?
Well, he'll have to now, yeah, unless he played Browning centre half or something. But a chance for them to try and get a partnership going, and obviously a chance for Joel to come in and stake a claim. And I hope he comes in and does really well, and I hope the crowd get behind him from the first whistle, because we need to basically just give the lad a chance, because one game every X amount of months isn't going to make anyone look good.
And also, I mean, we've talked about Howard to death in the Arsenal game. You know, whether you like Howard or not, he needs to be pushed, doesn't he? You know, another person needs to be pushing him. Any player needs to be pushed by his reserve or whoever to try and get the best out of him.
That's the thing with goalies, isn't it? It's they can become stale.
They're
sat in that, you know, they're comfortable in their position, and I think this will definitely be a good thing for Joel and for Tim, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Matt, do you think if Joel has a good game, do you think he'll stay in?
No.
All right, move on.
No, but I think he might have done if Jags had been fit, but he's probably going to look at it now, and Howard got the armband, didn't he, when Jagielka came off against Arsenal, and you think he's probably going to look at it and think, no Baines, no Jagielka, two of the most experienced players. I'm going to want someone in there who is experienced, and Howard's been poor for a while now, and Martinez seems to be quite oblivious to it.
But don't you think though? Don't you think that makes it? I think having a goalkeeper in poor form actually makes it worse for young players, because they don't know whether they're coming or going with this goalie, and I just think maybe with Joel in there, it might be a refresh for everyone as well.
The way Joel, I'd make the chase definitely. I'm just saying I don't think he will, but I think about Joel as well is that for all his flaws, he's a goalkeeper that's commanding in the 6-yard box. And games like Palace last season, the West Ham one in the cup, he was coming and getting everything. You know, sometimes he didn't catch it, he just punched it away, but he was getting pressure off the back four.
You know, if he's coming out, you know, as a centre half, he's coming. He's going to come and either punch it or he's going to come and try and claim it. You can do your job, but if you're there thinking, is he staying on his line? Is he coming? That's when mistakes are made, and that's when the call between two minds. You know, and I think the only kind of difference normally I'd say with you, I'd agree with Matt and say no, Howard's back in on Sunday 100%. The only thing is that I know Roberto mentioned it on Saturday night. He wasn't too happy with the goals, so he's highlighted it with the 6-yard box. He highlighted it, and once the people like the Echo start having polls, and I've seen half a dozen articles. Toffee TV. I've seen half a dozen articles now by different journalists saying Howard's becoming a liability and becoming a problem for Everton. I think once that starts bouncing around the press, you know, it's not just one paper, it becomes 4, 5 and 6, and people are having different conversations. It becomes a problem that you need to deal with. You can't just leave it and go, well, it's only them saying it, or it's because a few people are saying it, you know, and it's something we need to address.
Yeah, definitely. I just want to point you into the direction of the TV. This is a trophy, by the way, lads. I know you're a little bit younger than us. This is actually a trophy, and we've got to win one. soon, and I want it to be this one. So, I mean, how much importance do you think he should put on this game? Because I know for me, and I'm sure I can speak for Baz here, but I want to see the first choice 11 tomorrow. I'm not bothered. I want to see the first choice 11 go out and win this game.
Yeah, I think it's something that we've needed for a while, isn't it? And I'd be happy with, you know, looking aiming for the top 10 in the league, and you know, going for
a trophy, one of those things, those silver
one of those
things.
silver things that people don't remember.
That's it, isn't it? Like, there's no difference between finishing 8th and 14th, is there really? If we finish 14th in the table and won a cup, it'll be remembered as a brilliant season where we've ended this trophy deal. We've seen us go to Wembley, had a great day, and actually lifted silver out. Where something I've mentioned loads of times before with the young players we've got, getting that winning mentality instilled in them early. If they went all the way in a competition and won a cup, you know, with like the lads who around in the 80s, saying getting that first one was so important to that team. It gave them the belief there in these. It
wasn't
big
even
games.
getting the first one. It was playing so well at Wembley in the 84 Milk Cup. That's what Derek Murphy was saying to us. It was knowing that they could go to Wembley and play really, really well, and getting that feeling that they could do it. They were worthy of it, and that's what needs to happen. We need to start getting to cup finals.
The other thing is we talk about the play. You know, if they can just get over the line with that first trophy, it'll help them. I think that applies to the fans. Yeah. You know, we're of an age where we've seen us win trophies, but there's a hell of a lot of fans in that ground, haven't. And when you start winning trophies, everyone has that belief that you're going to win it. So everything's calmer. People aren't as panicky. When you're playing, you can feel, or when you're in the crowd, you can feel the atmosphere turn sometimes in terms of not negative, but no belief that you're going to hang on. Whereas when you win things, there's almost an arrogance there from you as fans. You just think, oh, what are they? And if that transcends to the players, it definitely doesn't. The other crowd, that's why they go on about their history so much, and because they all believe it. United expect it. Arsenal, to a certain extent, expected. Chelsea, look at the arrogance of them because they've won it, and the fans are where they're going. They're not going 20 years since we last won one, you know, and that's a problem.
It'll take the pressure off us for the rest of the season, won't it, as well? Because getting into Europe, into Europa League, is probably our realistic goal this season. People talk about the top 4. It's likely to be a little bit beyond us, but if we get that trophy won in February, I think the finals, is that right? February?
End of February,
yeah. If we get that trophy won, you know, you've got Europa League secure, and say we're there or thereabouts around the top 7, 8, he's got the luxury then. He knows he can go for matches thinking, if we do lose the game, we've already got it we've already got the Europa League secured, so why not go for it?
And think about Pete, right, because he wants to do the haircuts for Wembley, right? He wants, you know, they've got the cream suit on, and they've got Pete's lovely haircuts. This is winning a trophy would be supporting the local economy as well. You forget this. You know, Sayers doing all the cakes. Sayers.
That's still around.
Showing
the Pound Bakery.
Down the road, isn't Sayers?
See.
Pound Bakery. Marnie doing the suits. Chris Mason, local actor, can play Martinez in a film. What do you think of all the local...
Jag Mars bars for the Aldi for when we're on the bus going down there.
Be amazing.
Jag. Got it all figured out.
It's all...
Roller cola.
No, Jag Mars bars from all day. Roller cola. No.
See, why do people do that? Why will they have Jag
There
Mars
are some
bars?
There are definitely some brands though you can tell.
It's like if you've ever eaten beans, you can only...
This is turned into Watchdog. What are you on about here?
Let's just end the trophy drop. Now, hopefully I'm with you, other than, obviously, we want to play our best 11. I'd like Joel, you know, in that best 11. And go out, even if we have to start with a team, an almost best 11, try and get the game, without being disrespectful to Norwich, but try and get the league, get that hour done, and then you can maybe put players on, mix it up a little bit.
Say go and win it. Just go and win the game. But, you know, Norwich themselves, they've lost the last 3 games. I didn't even realise they'd lost the last 3 games. Obviously lost at the weekend to West Brom before that got beat 6-2. At Newcastle before they'd lost 2-1 to Norwich. So they're faltered. To Leicester, sorry.
Norwich. Beat by themselves.
They've been really good away from home, haven't they? Apart from that Newcastle game, I think.
Oh, thanks, Matt. Thanks for that. Cheers.
But I don't think they'll play their strongest.
No, I don't. I think he's probably looking at those 3 results now, thinking we do need to get back on, you know, on some sort of run in the Premier League. But I think before the Newcastle game, they'd only lost once in 2015 away from home. So whatever team they play, they're going to be organised. They're going to try and frustrate us, and it's just. Like we've mentioned before, it would be good to see a strong team, an attacking team, and just get the job done really
Newcastle
early.
can score 6 goals past anyone. then I'll be disappointed if we can't put 3 or 4 past them, because Newcastle are grim.
They are grim.
They are grim.
And the Newcastle.
And they've got a Wally with a brolly.
That's all you need to know. I think who would if you had to make a couple of changes, who would they be?
I think Morales would come in.
Yeah, definitely.
Without a shadow, I think he's got to start. I think obviously Gareth Barry's out, isn't he, suspended? So I'd like to see Ross in there with McCarthy. I think Delafeu has to stay in. I'd change the I'd play 4-4-2. He's not going to do it, but that's what I would do. I think I'd throw Coney in alongside Rom. I'd flank him with Morales and Delafeu, and I'd have Ross and McCarthy. That'd be how I would line up, and I'd be hoping then to try and get Cleverly on after a bit, maybe Pienaar if he's on the bench.
I think it could be a good game for Cleverly to start, definitely. I think maybe Delafeu is one he might look at bringing out, play Morales on the right, bring Cleverly back in on the left-hand side, because I think he played like an hour, didn't he?
An hour against Shelton.
21. He's a player that we've not really replaced since he's been off the team, especially on that left-hand side. It might not be his best position, but he's a rounded player. He gives us a bit of pragmatism, he gives us a bit of energy going forward.
Always wants
creative on the ball, always looking for it. So he's an important player, and just maybe get him in the team, give him an hour, and see where it goes. But like you said, Ped, I wouldn't want to see any more than 2 or 3 changes in the team. Just keep that core intact.
Not now, not that. This is a big chance to get to the quarterfinals, and I'd love to see like a Pienaar on the bench and maybe get 10 minutes at the end. I wouldn't start them. I think it's too big a game. But
Leandro Rodriguez.
No, not asked about him. To be fair, I'm not asked him.
If we get through this quarter,
he only has a 2 all over as well. So he's not bothered, you know what I mean? He's like, it's dead money. That's a bit. You know what I mean?
No, Clippers. No,
absolutely no chance. I'm getting the hot towels out for him. With the number 2 all over.
Perrier water as well. Just annoying because doesn't.
He would get the roller cola out for him. Telling you, and the Jack Daniels.
If we were back on task, like if we win, we could. We get a home draw then in the quarter final. You know what I mean? You start looking and thinking, tell you what, we're a couple of games from Wembley here, and that's what we need, don't we? We need to try and build on this.
Think of Pete. When you want those special videos, this is Pete.
I'll be honest. I don't think
he wants to play his hair for a cup final.
I think he's going to be doing it. I don't think he needs us to be saying, think of Pete, he's sorted.
Yeah.
Think of us.
Think of us making videos for cup finals.
Yeah, imagine that. Just have Rooney in the background with Pete.
Yeah.
The 11 kids on.
Do video outside the arch, couldn't finish on Wembley Way.
Pete cutting your hair. Highlighting mine and cutting yours would be amazing.
We should do a challenge, like if we stay in the cup, he doesn't get his hair cut till, and then Pete cuts his hair afterwards. That should be the challenge.
I'll be honest, I'm not being funny, but Matt is behind me on the haircut.
Okay, alright.
Or hairs.
Pink foils.
Pete can just sort me barnet out. Essentially.
Pink
normally I have a number 1 Pete and then the top cut.
That's not worth his time.
I know, but
that's not worth his time.
Put like a blue tint on it or something.
He's going, mullet. Yes.
Mullet.
This is how the kids roll now. You've got to go walk in asking for a mullet and have a skateboard on your arm, and he might consider you. And loads of tattoos of like
I've got one of those
candy skulls and all that all over your arm.
Lad's got one of those tattoo sleeves. If I put that on, it looks like.
Yeah.
Not gonna matter.
To be fair, he's only 3 though. So Anyway, I digress. We digress.
You digress.
Yeah, I digress all the time. Yeah. Right. Okay. So Everton. Just go and win. How about that?
Yeah.
How about we just go and win?
Just win the game. 3-0.
Set us up nicely for the Sunderland game on Sunday.
4-4-2.
4-4-2.
4-4-2 against Sunday. Allardyce himself off. If he's standing there, I'm the best manager in the world. Why aren't I managing Real Madrid? And we just come out with 4-4-2. Coney gets 4. Half time.
That's another video. We'll do that. We'll do that on Wednesday. Right. Once again, big thanks to Pete. Big thanks to Matt.
Predictions now. You just decide.
We're winning. All right. What you
3-0.
3-0. Matt.
3-1.
2-1. I was going to say.
I'm going for. You know what? I'm going for 4-0. I've got a feeling we're just going to smash them back to their big barns with their big ears.
That couch had no faith in Robles, none. Let him have conceding the goal, none. We're having loads of faith. So when Joel comes in, tell him we had loads of faith.
Yeah, I'm saying we're going to smash them 4-0 and send the big big-eared boys back to their big bands in Norwich. There you go. Tell us your comments below. That was an Alan Partridge joke, sorry. Tell us your comments.
Someone will score with a foot like a traction engine or something.
That's 2 Route 1. Tell us your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe as well. Big thumbs up for us on the YouTube channel. Toffee TV1 on Twitter. Get on there as well. Cutthroat Pete on Twitter. Matt Jones. Matt J Football on Twitter. He is actually a proper journalist. I won't give him loads of grief, but he is actually a proper journalist. One Arm Baz on Twitter as well. It's been Toffee TV. We'll see you soon.